Hello students, today I am taking up a new chapter for English, chapter number 11, the poem called Class Discussion written by Gervis Finn. Okay, let's try to know a few lines about the poet. The poet Gervis Finn was born in 27 December 1946 in England. He wrote many poems, articles, books, etc. He also loves children a lot. So now, before we recite the poem together, students, do you have any idea what it means by a class discussion? Have you ever discussed about the topic with your friends or teacher? Yes or no? Yes, that is a class discussion. So, a class discussion means to talk together or decide something among your friends, between students and teacher. So, we often do classroom discussion, right? Every student, that is each of you, express your own opinions, views in a classroom discussion. Class discussion made learning more interesting. You gain new ideas from your friend, right? So there is participation and involvement of every one of you in the class discussion. So now let's recite the poem together, okay? Class discussion. In the class discussion, Jane, you hardly said a word. We all aired our opinions, but from you we barely heard. You sat and stared in silence, surrounded by the chatter. Now tell me, Jane, and please be plain. Is there anything the matter? Jane looked up and then she spoke. Her voice was clear and low. There are many people in this world who are rather quiet, you know. Written by Gervis Finn. Okay, now, students, let's see the explanation of the first stanza of the poem. See here, the first stanza of the poem is about a girl named called Jane, who always remains silent in the class, who does not speak much. There is a discussion going on in the class. Okay, so all the students and the teacher are busy while discussing the topic. But this girl, Jane, she doesn't participate in the discussion. What she do? She just sit in silence in the class and stares at everyone. That is, look at everyone while they were discussing, while all the students in the class were discussing. On seeing this, the teacher pays attention to her, to Jane, okay, and asks if she has any problem. If she has any problem, then she is asked to be clear. Okay, now let's see what it means by the next stanza again. On being asked by the teacher, Jane looked up and speak with a clear voice, but low. Her voice is low but very clear. She said that there are many people in this world who do not like to speak like her because they prefer to remain quiet by nature. Okay, so from this poem, what can we learn? What can we learn from this poem? From this poem, we learn that discussion is an important part in our life. We have to discuss about the topic, about an event. It helps us to increase our understanding and to express our own opinions, our own views. There are different types of people living on the earth. All of us are all different, right? All of us are all unique. This poem shows the different nature of the children in the class. You observe all your friends. What do you see? You will find that every one of you in the class possess different characters. You all are different. So, we should not judge everyone easily just by looking at a certain limit of an individual. Okay? One may talk a lot, one may remain silent, but you have to remember that all of us are unique and different. So, that's all what we can learn from this poem, class discussion. Thank you everyone. See you in the next class.